Welcome to Deep Fried Everything, the show where we commune with nature through salad. What? We don't commune with salad. If we're going to do something with salad, we're probably going to deep fry it. And that's probably a good reason for you guys to hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you get told next time we deep fry a salad. Simple as that. Anyway, I'm your host and probably chief taster, Brian. So join me on this culinary adventure of deep frying things. So without further ado, let's get today's deep fried victim, or should I say snack. So on today's menu is deep fried Mars bar, that Scottish classic, and it wouldn't be classic unless it was served with ketchup. So invented in Glasgow, let's see how the deep fried Mars bars goes. There are basically three types of batter: the healthy batter using milk, the right way using beer, the egg way using an egg, sometimes utilizing the beer or the milk. Today, because it's a Scottish-based chippy type deep fry, we'll be using the beer batter. Now, very important for this, make sure your beer is cold. So leave it in the fridge until we need it. I'll just be making a small batch, so that's half a cup of flour. But remember, you can double up all of these ingredients. Quarter cup of corn flour, you can use potato starch or any of those really fine grained ones. Some people prefer rice, but Scotland it would have been corn flour. If you're using self-raising flour, only use a half teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to use a full teaspoon. Whisk it together with your favorite whisk, or in my case a fork. And then, very important, like I said, while we wait for the oil to heat up, I'm going to put it into the fridge. So everything is as cold as possible. We've got the Mars bar being chilled. We've got the beer being chilled, we'll have the flour mix being chilled, and literally we will mix it as the oil comes to temperature. And like me, I hope you guys don't forget to add the half teaspoon of salt. Heat your oil up to about 200 degrees C or about 380 Fahrenheit. This is sunflower oil and it's in my big pot, but you can use a smaller pot as Mars bars are quite small. Now for a little bit of a history lesson. The Mars bar was invented in Scotland. Probably went something like this in a Glasgow chippy shop. Some guy coming in late for his chip dinner. I think it's called a chip dinner. Anyway, hello, can I have a wee chip dinner? Okay, my Glaswegian is not all that great, and I apologize to my dad and everyone else who grew up in Glasgow. But it probably went something like that. And the guy behind the counter went, "Sorry, we've got no fish left." And the guy was like, "Oh no, what am I going to eat for my supper?" And the guy went, "Well, I've got a Mars bar." And he was like, "Well, I suppose you could batter and fry that, and then we can dip it in some ketchup, and then it will be just like a fish dinner." And the guy went, "Aye." And the guy went, "Aye." And he probably made it. And then while they were eating, he went, "Oh, this is not bad." And that basically translates into, "This is quite good." And that basically translates into, "This is brilliant," which basically means it was made by God. So that's the history of the chippy, as I see it. I think maybe the Scottish would disagree, probably with the accent, not with the story. But what we do know is it came out of Glasgow, and it came out of a chippy in Glasgow. So the accent was very mild. You probably wouldn't have actually understood that. What I'm going to do is switch off the camera. I'm not going to regale you with any more of my brilliant Scottish accent. Yeah, well, I get it. We'll see you when it's time to start making the batter. Okay, so the oil is nearly at temperature. So let's get the beer open. Whoa. Okay, it is nice and cold. So we're going to add a little bit to it. Not too much. We want to make it just the right consistency, and we don't want to over mix it. So add in a little bit, see how it feels. Okay, that probably needs a little bit more. Add a little bit more. The basic consistency we're looking for is like a relatively thick pancake batter. Okay, as you can see, it's getting quite good. It's relatively thick, and there are a few lumps. Don't worry about getting all the lumps out. Some of the lumps are good. The temperature is perfect now. So I'm going to get out the Mars bar from the fridge, and we will get dipping. Okay, so Mars bar, open up. Why do I always make them so hard to open? And dip it into the batter. Make sure you cover it evenly all over. Okay, so here we go. All at correct temperature. Remember, you don't want to just chuck the whole thing in. Oh, fingers not so great. Make sure you got some batter. Dip off the excess and into the hot oil. And there we go. Now, something to remember before you get going, maybe get out some paper towel. So a little bit of paper towel to put it on once it comes out. So I'll add a little bit of paper towel there. Oh, it's not looking too bad. Deep fried Mars bar coming right up. It looks like a little bit of chocolate is coming out. Just put it under a bit. Make sure that we get all sides beautifully browned. Mars bar deep frying. Deep fried Mars bar coming out. And over onto the paper towel. We're going to let it cool down a bit because I can smell chocolate. And you can see. So, I'll see you in a minute when it's ready to eat. So, there we have a deep fried Mars bar. Let's see what it's like. Chef cut at an angle. Oh, it's crunchy, right? Oh, and look at the inside. All gooey and melty. Deep fried Mars bar. The perfect accompaniment for any Scottish dinner. Okay, so here we are. Got myself some ketchup. Got my Mars bar. Add a little bit of the ketchup to it. Ooh, that looks good. Hope you guys can all see it. Getting my Mars bar piece. It's crunchy. And we dip it into the ketchup. This is the Scottish way, so don't go you. Have a look at that. I'm sure it looks absolutely perfect if it's not completely blurred because of my face. And let's see what it tastes like. It's pretty gooey. Surprisingly quite nice. I thought it would be very sweet and like I wouldn't want to do it again to a Mars bar, but I think this is the way I'll eat Mars bars in the future. I've got some hot oil going. I'm just going to cook one up, dip it in some ketchup. Who knew? In fact, I'd say brilliant, but then I'd get my Scottish card revoked. Oh wait, I don't have one. This has been brilliant. I hope you guys make your own at home. It's great. No, brilliant. No, it's okay. It's a wee bit okay. Mmm. Mm-hmm.